This thing is sick, okay? You would probably get gapped by this during its time period. Even still now, I mean, it would run my TT, I'd probably get gapped. This thing is a beast. This thing is all-wheel drive. It's got an LS2 in it. This thing, I cannot wait to get into this review. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Right off the bat, we get to some of the styling cues on the Trailblazer SS. Being an SS, has the exclusive chrome trim around here on the bumper, and we have the fog lights, dual fog lights. We have a fake vent here in the middle, splitting the headlights. So this is pretty common for that era to split the headlight. And then we do have a slight bulge in the hood. Mainly bulges down here. As you slope up, it kind of decreases and just works its way into the windshield and the A-pillars. This car is sitting on 20-inch wheels. It's going to be a 255 in the width, 55 in the sidewall height, and all wrapped on a 20-inch diameter alloy wheel all the way around. I think that the wheel looks okay. It's nothing crazy, but I think you could definitely put some nicer wheels on this thing and make it look a lot more aggressive, look a lot better. But this kind of keeps like the sleeper style look, which is I think it's more than okay for that kind of look. And then we make our way down, and we do have the SS badge here on the side of the passenger door. And then we have these side mirror caps, and they do have these little three kind of like aerodynamic vents, I guess. I don't really know how like efficient they are, but they look pretty good nonetheless. Definitely another SS piece. And you just have like black molding along the door sills here, all the way down, and around the windows here, up top, all the way back here to the quarter panel glass. Again, just keeping like this black molding, this black trim. Looks a lot better than any kind of chrome that they could have done or anything like that, which I think is just really nice. And then they also painted the door handles, which I know sounds like what the heck, but like a lot of car companies would just be like leaving these things kind of like black, just unpainted, just like gross. So this is definitely a nice touch on here. It just makes the car look so much cleaner. I swear, if you debadge this thing, nobody would know. Okay, you'll start gapping a lot of people. Okay, I like the black housing in here and the tail light. I like this. Not chrome. It's not the rice. It's not anything like that. It looks really nice for this kind of car. It doesn't look bad at all. Then you got your SS badge here. Again, just simple, just SS. Like I said, debadge this thing and nobody would even know. Unless you really knew because you watched this video and then you're like, oh dang, I saw something like the exhaust here, which is another giveaway that this is an SS, but you do just have like black trim that goes along the top of the bumper here. You do have just your little lever, your Chevy badge, your rear wiper. Now in today's standards, most of the times they would be trying to hide it up in here. This would have probably a little extension here, and then they try to like hide it in here, but nonetheless this does look pretty good for its age. I do think that you could get good use out of the tow hitch here. This thing could probably pull a couple thousand pounds if you did need it to, considering it does have like 400 horsepower and all-wheel drive. So, all right, now we are stepping inside of the Trailblazer, and right off the bat, first thing you're gonna notice is the door. So we're gonna hit the door card. It's all pretty hard plastic. There's no comfort. There's soft padding that's like plastic like this right underneath it. Pretty much does nothing. So we're gonna move on. You do have automatic down driver and passenger windows, and then power the rest. Your window stop button, and your lock and unlock for the doors, and then you're just gonna have your little handle here, and then your power mirror switch is gonna be up top, and you can choose between left or right. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, and easy to use. You do have power seats, so you can go ahead and go forward, backward, put the seat back, put the seat back up, and then up front here you do have your lower lumbar support, which helps a lot. Yeah, this is really nice. Good to have. So on your left here, you're going to have your headlight stock and your fog lights too. You can just go ahead and press the button and go ahead and turn them off whenever you need to. And then you do have your little dial here for brightening up the cluster, although it's not going to show right now. It does brighten up the cluster, promise. Okay, then to the left of your steering wheel, you're going to have your wiper turn stalk, so you just go ahead and move it up the modes. Pretty simple, biggest square, fastest speed, and then you do have your cruise control here, so you can turn off, and then you can go up, and then if you just pull the turn stalk towards you, you will get the washer spray all over you. And if you're going down the road and you're doing it, you'll probably get on the person behind you too, because that's happened to me a couple times. Next is going to be the steering wheel. You have a nice 9 and 3 here, and then you're going to also have like a nice little 4 and 8. Really like this. It's really comfortable. This is kind of how I drive anyways. I'm not really like a 12 person, but if you are a 12 person, they do have the little notches here in the steering wheel for your fingers, which is nice. So overall, anywhere on the steering wheel, they have the notches for your fingers, and this is pretty comfortable. It's not heated or cooled or anything like that, but the steering wheel here is definitely not too bad at all. It's not slippery. It's just nice. It's just nice. So then to the right of that, you're going to have some climate control vents up top, but you're going to have a cool little Trailblazer SS plastic badge here. I don't know why it's like that. I really don't. I have zero idea. I would think it would have looked better like in the cup holder, but I guess like every time you're putting your key in, you're going to move your hand right next to the ignition, which is going to tell you again, this is a Trailblazer SS, so you're going to send some people to Gapplebee's. Right below that, you're going to have your rear windshield wiper, your stock, and you have intermittent speeds, and then you also have your spray nozzle button for that. To the right of that, you're just going to have very generic dated radio. It's not going to be anything too cool, so don't expect Bluetooth or don't expect navigation in this thing. Don't expect anything. This is just going to be a powerful basic SUV. Then you move right down to the climate, which is very, very simple, very easy to use. You got 5 modes here for your fan speed. Right below that, you're going to have your recirculating air and your air conditioning. You're going to have dual climate system in this car, which is pretty nice. And then you've got basic, easy, very easy to use climate vent control, and then you're going to have your rear windshield defroster right below that, and you have 2 cup holders up here in the front, and then you also have another cup holder here behind the lever, the gear selector, and then speaking of that, you just press in your button, hold your foot on the brake, you select which gear. Pretty simple. But what's really, really, really cool is that you can press this little hidden button here, the left of the gear selector at the bottom of the chrome piece here. This is your traction off button. That's freaking sick. Okay, so like I'm gonna get sideways. Okay, maybe not sideways, it had to be snowing, but yeah, that's really cool. It's very discreet, and someone that get in a lot of trouble have a little bit of fun in this thing. Then you're gonna move to your center, which is pretty big. You could store a phone, wallet, anything you need to in here. Really, it's pretty good size. Pretty good size center. So you have your glove box, standard glove box, nothing special, nothing fancy there. Slick top roof. There's nothing too crazy. there's nothing, nothing too crazy going on there. You also do have your rear view mirror that is going to tell you the temperature outside and the direction that you are facing at the current time. You do have your phone call capability, your OnStar, etc., etc. A little bit more on these seats. You do have SS stitched into the seats. These aren't Recaro seats. These aren't racing seats or anything like that. But very cool to see the SS in there. I really, really, really like how they took the seatbelt mechanism and they took it off the B-pillar and put it here in the seat and integrated it. I think that's just a very GM thing that I've seen a lot of upgraded GM models like Cadillac, SRX, and stuff like that. It's really clean. It's a really nice design, and I wish that I would see that in more vehicles. Now moving on to the back seat, it is very, very basic. Like I said, this is not luxury. This is not very comfortable. This is just a point A to point B, get there kind of quick and sleep. This is just not, this isn't very oh so comfortable. This is not S-Class Mercedes type stuff. This is hard plastic. You just open and close the door, really. There's more of the soft padding, but not where your arm's going. You do have just a normal door handle and just a little speaker here. There's no pocket, there's no cup holder, there's literally nothing. It's just a door card with everything that it needs. Roll down your window, that's about it. And you do have a little storage compartment back here behind the seat, which is nice to see. And then you're going to have a climate control system in here, which is kind of confusing because it has showing blowing at your face and feet, or just your feet. But I don't see vents anywhere except right here in the middle, right behind the center console. So interesting. I don't really know, honestly. Usually there'd be a vent up here or something. I've seen in Volvos. There's no vent. I really don't know. But I guess it gives you the option to make you feel like you have options. I don't know. It's just weird. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. So to open the trunk, it's pretty simple. You just pull the lever here, and you do have some gas struts that are going to hold this up for you so it doesn't hit you in the head, knock you out. But anyways, you do have this little lever here. You just pull this up, and it gives you pretty much nothing. Literally nothing. I don't understand the point of it. I guess it's a little storage compartment for something. I don't know. It's not your spare tire. It's not the access, so I don't know. And to the left and right of that, you do have these little holes that probably had little plastic little things on them, are just actually these metal hooks that you see, but those are kind of gone now. So yeah, because looks like you would just put a net down maybe and just hold some of this cargo here, because your spare access is right here through this little hole. Typical GM thing. So then you're going to have a little storage compartment right here on the right side. You just go ahead and fold these tabs open this up, and you got a little pressure gauge. So you go ahead and put this back in, because it does have a inflation system. So you go ahead and you just push it on and off, and you can hook it up. You can hear the compressor running, and then you go ahead and turn it off when you're done. And so this is so that you can air up your spare. You're stuck on the side of the road. Your spare is all flat, but what good does that do? You got a compressor built into the car. That's awesome. Then you just go ahead and fold these tabs back in, and there you go. It's all hidden away. And you're also going to have another tab section here on the left side. So you go ahead and open these tabs again. You're going to go ahead and fold this down. This is just a little storage compartment, nothing too special. go ahead and go ahead and put this back on, fold these tabs back in, and there you go. You're back to your clean trunk setup. And speaking of the trunk, very decently sized trunk. A lot of storage in here. You fit multiple suitcases. I mean, it's like endless. The opportunities are endless. You probably feel like a desk in here if you needed to. Like I'm sure you could probably make it work. So now I'm going to show you how the seats fold down so that you can further extend your cargo space. So to go ahead and fold down these seats, first you're going to grab these little tabs here at the bottom of the seat cushions, and you're going to go ahead and lift them up on both sides, and then you're just going to flick up this lever here, and the headrest will automatically fall back, and you can go ahead and lower it, and you can do this to both sides. And there you'll see it. It almost kind of looks like it was intended for a bed because your headrest kind of still just sit there. So I don't really know what you could be doing. Hook up a PlayStation in here or something. I don't know, but you probably camp out. Definitely a lot of room in here. Definitely could sleep in here if you had to. Drive-in movie with your girl, whatever. Like, this is definitely a move. There's definitely a lot of room in here. 100% recommend this if you're constantly carrying around things like pools or work equipment or anything that you can think of that you need definitely a bigger vehicle for, but you still want that sporty kind of like look and performance, but also kind of like sleeper at the same time. This is definitely like a good bang for your buck. Another interesting thing is when you go ahead and pull these up, you are going to find like your spare tire, tools, and everything you need to get the spare tire off. You're going to find your little jack and everything, but also there's this little cover here for this, I don't even know, ECU, I guess. I don't 100% know, to be honest. I've never seen anything like this, but you just go ahead and put the cover back on, and on the other side, when you go ahead and lift that side, what you're going to find is you're going to find your fuse box, which is also kind of weird to find it under the seat there, but that's just where it is, I guess. And yeah, it's got a little cool cover, so you go ahead and reach down to the left, and you go ahead and pull a little tab that's in there, and it'll release the plastic cover, and you can go ahead and access your fuses and replace broken ones, whatever you need to do down there. And then you just go ahead and fold the seats back over when you're ready to get back on the road or have people back in the car, whatever the case may be. And then also, one more thing about the back seats is that you do have cup holders down there in the center. Right to the left and the right of the cigarette lighter, there's little finger holes. So you just go ahead and press into there, and you will have two cup holders down there at the floor by your feet, which is nice to see that since there's pretty much nothing on these store cards, that you at least have cup holders down there. Alright, so now we're going to pop the hood, and to do that, there's a little lever down to the bottom left by your feet. And you're just going to go ahead and pull this, and then the hood will pop up, and then you come to the front. There's just this little tab here, and you lift it up and to the right. It's right here in the center, and you go ahead, lift this thing up, and you're going to go ahead and put your hood prop in and set it just like that. So now powering this 2007 Trailblazer SS is a 6-liter LS2 V8 engine producing 395 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque. This LS2 engine can be found in other GM models like the Cadillac CTS-V that will send you to Applebee's and you will not expect it. So this thing is so clean, probably eat my dinner off of it, honestly. Like, this thing is very, very clean. So why don't we go ahead and start it up, see how it sounds. You can get a couple exhaust clips because I know you guys have been waiting for that. Alright guys, so this does conclude the review of the 2007 Chevy Trailblazer SS. This thing is freaking sick. Do remember this thing is for sale, West Coast Auto Works here in Edmonds. If you'd like to come check it out, it only does have 112,000 miles. If I wasn't so broke, I'd buy it. If you want to send people to Applebee's, get this thing. If you want to look for a base to build off, get this thing. It is bone stock, it is clean in and out, and this thing probably wouldn't last long if I had the money. If you got the money, go ahead, swing on by, go ahead, take it out for a test drive. This thing is amazing. This thing just looks good, you know, it packs a punch, you know, you'll definitely hurt some people's feelings in this thing. So go ahead, get the Chevy Trailblazer SS Super Sleeper and go ahead, park it in your driveway, go to work, pick up the groceries, pick up the kids, whatever, go race people. Like, it's literally the best of all worlds. Go ahead, stop sleeping, subscribe to the channel, guys. There's going to be a lot more cars coming. If you guys do have any recommendations, I will film whatever you guys want to see. I will do my best. So go ahead and put it in the comment section below what you want to see. If you have a car that I can review, go ahead and put that in the comment section, or go ahead and email me at theratedr6@gmail.com. Again, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy these videos, these kinds of videos, and we'll see you on the next one.